So, hulle gee vir ons hierdie ene en hulle sê vir jou B, C en D punte op die cirkel met die middelpunt O. So we have the midpoint of the circle, which means that there's certain stuff that we can deduct from this. We can look at angle in a semicircle. We can look at a radius that is perpendicular to a tangent because they tell us that is a tangent as well. As daar 'n hoek was wat by die middelpunt gevorm het, kon jy daai omtrekshoek, middelpunthoek ene gebruik het. Okay, but there isn't. Then they give us two parallel lines. Remember, if they give you parallel lines, you are probably going to use the parallel lines. So there they are. They also tell you that EAP is a tangent. Wat beteken jy kan die raaklyn koordstelling gebruik, radius loodreg op raaklyn, and if we had another tangent, you can do that two tangents from the same point. Okay. Then they also give you that angle is 65 degrees. Now remember, I told you guys to then look out for a few more stuff. Do we have a cyclic quad there? Yes, A, B, C, D is a cyclic quad. Nee? Do we have a strict dasi ching ching there? Yes, I can see a few there. Okay? Because remember, those things won't be described in the question. Okay. We have a diameter of a circle, which means we have radius of a circle, but we don't have a triangle that's formed by the radius, so we don't have that isosceles triangle thing. But you need to be on the lookout for that as well. We haven't answered a question, but we already gathered a lot of information just by reading through that. Checking for a cyclic quad, checking for angles in the same circle segment. Okay, dan sê hulle vir ons hoek A, B, C is gelyk aan, what will it be? 90 degrees, and they already gave you the reason. Hoek in 'n halwe cirkel. Angle HAE, also 90 degrees, right? What will my reason for that one be? Radius perpendicular to tangent. I almost want to say ignore the reasons that they gave us there. Let's try and do them on their own. Okay, B1 they told us is equal to 65 degrees. Yeah. Onthou ek het vir julle gesê as hulle vir jou parallelle lyne gee, dan gaan hulle dit van jou vra om te gebruik. En dan C1, why would C1 also be equal to 65 degrees? Yeah. Weet jy wat jy gesê het? Wat jy gesê? Raaklyn koord.
Then with wrong if I use the exterior angle on the side. Oh no.
Yes, it's wrong. Okay. They didn't ask this. But let's find other 65s. So this one is 65. We've said this one is 65. We've said this one is 65. Find me at least two more 65s. With reasons. Why is C2 also 65?
Isn't it the same reason like that?
Same segment.
Angles in the same circle segment. Look about tie. Okay? Find me another one. Which one? D? Also angles in the same circle segment, right? Is that how you got it? If you look at it like this. Okay? One more. For this one, I'm just going to rub out some stuff. This one is also equal to 65 degrees. Well, you could have used alternating angles, but I was more looking at the tan chord theorem. Because we said C2 is also equal to 65 degrees. Né? So dan is daai mos die basis van die driehoek, which is the chord, and this is the angle formed on the opposite side. Okay. Good. That's all for that one. To note. Okay. Next one. Any diagram is oor die middelpunt van die circle. Now let's first check. Is there a diameter in this circle? If you know that that is the midpoint. Hanne sê ja, Declan sê nee. Is there a diameter? No. Nee? Stem julle saam, so jy kan nêrens hoek in 'n halwe sirkel gebruik as 'n rede. But what we do have is we have that angle at the midpoint. Double angle at the circle circumference. Do you guys see it? And then this one also has a triangle formed by radii, which will be an isosceles triangle. So immediately we know that D2 will be equal to that angle formed at C. Né? Good. What else can I get from the midpoint? If there's a line drawn from it perpendicular to a chord, then it halves the chord. Do you see that's there as well? Okay. Goed. Dan sê hulle A, B, C, D is punt op die omtrek van die sirkel, and that just happens to be a cyclic quad as well. Do you guys see? A, B, C, D forms a cyclic quad because they're all on the circle circumference. Okay. Chord DC word verleng na E, and then they give you that angle and the other angle and also a perpendicular one. Do we have angles in the same circle segment somewhere there? Do you see a bow tie there? I don't see any bow ties there. We already checked for the cyclic quad. Do we have a tangent? Is op enige plek daar 'n raaklyn? Nee. So be wary that you do not use a tangent somewhere because there is no tangent. Nee? Stem julle saam? Okay. Bereken die groottes van die volgende hoeke DAC. This one DAC. So also known as A1. Okay. Anyway. Why is it 40? Good job. Okay, so that one is 40. DAB. So now I'm looking at this whole thing. I agree with you? Good. Buitehoek van 'n kwarte vierhoek. Which means that A2 will be how big? 40, né? They didn't ask me that. Oh, they do ask me that. So en sien julle, hy tel net 1 punt. That one only counts 1 mark because you don't have a reason for that. If you know that the one is 40 and that the whole angle is 80, then obviously, so there's no reason for that. 40 plus 40 is 80. Okay. I want you guys to try and do this one on your own. Use the mark allocation as a guidance. They say prove that those two lines are equal in length. Quickly just take a minute and try to do it on your own. It's only 2 marks. So you shouldn't have too much to do to get to the right answer. And remember they said hence prove, bewys vervolgens. In other words, use the things that you already know to prove that that is true. It's not one of these that we normally use. It's a bit of a lesser known theorem. But you guys did do it in grade 11. Okay. Who has the answer? Declan, you seem like you're there.
I can't exactly do it, but I feel like it's like equal chords, sub.
Good. It's just the converse of that. So, in grade 11, you guys did this one. Wat sê gelyke koorde onderspan gelyke hoeke, né? Equal chords subtends equal angles. So then this angle will be the same as this angle. Okay. Which we've already proven. Good. We've already proven that they both of those chords subtends an angle of 40 degrees. Né? So ons gaan net weer skryf omgekeerde. So we already know you don't have to write down this part. But we've already proven that A1 and A2 are equal to one another. En dan beteken dit dan moet DC so lank wees soos BC. You guys remember there's another one that says equal angles, equal chords, equal circles. So if you have two circles with the same radii and two chords in them, that's the same length, then they subtend equal angles. But we don't use these very often. Okay. Nou sê hulle vir ons, daar word gegee dat OC is equal to 5 centimeters. Also given that OF is equal to 2,5 centimeters. Determine the length of AD. Yeah? What do you say? He's singing.